Hey guys, Infidel1258 here. Today I want to share my thoughts and a conversation I had with my live audience where we talk about the land starter packages. It would introduce three sort of starter packs that you can buy for your plots of land. Each plot of land would potentially have one of each of these, and it includes things like enough resources in order to upgrade your building from level 0 to level 1, which is a massive head start on what your land will be able to produce. Another one is a temporary totem, and that will double your production of resources for a month. And lastly, there'll be time crystals, which can like speed up the production of your building updates. And so I think these are potentially really beneficial, and I'm super excited about this proposal. I voted yes already. In this video, you're going to hear some of my reasons for voting yes, some of my reasons for having excitement around this, and also we're going to talk to some comments from the audience and see what they think. So I hope you'll stick around for this one, and if you want to be present for these live events, consider subscribing and supporting the YouTube channel on the community tab. Okay, thanks guys. Have an amazing day. Bye. I saw there was a new proposal. Let's have a peek at this. Offer land starter packages. Offer land starter packages. So I think I already know what this is. This is what we alluded to earlier. A proposal is being put forth to vote a staked SPS holder. It's being put forth to the staked SPS holders to give players an option to burn DC or DCB in order to purchase a few different land starter packages when surveying their land plots. It's going to add benefits. I know that it's going to add benefits to them. We propose that only one of each package may be purchased per land plot that is being surveyed, and that packages will only be available for purchase along with a deed survey transaction. So you have to buy them, and then they're not going to be tradable because you have to use them right away. For example, if the player is surveying 5 deeds, then they have an option to purchase 5 of each package along with their surveying transaction. So it's used on purchase. It's not purchase and then hold. Building a box. 10,000 DC. I don't want to read all this, but I generally know that it's like going to improve the building levels that you have access to. For some context, we can plan that even a level 1 building will be a significant boost to resources production as compared to having no building constructed. And as a result, resource production will be quite slow initially when the land phase 2 is released, since no buildings will have been constructed yet. So based on this, we expect that being able to immediately begin construction on a level 1 building will provide a significant head start. This to me resonates as well thought out and powerful. And if you add to that conversation recently, Matt talking about how he thinks it's going to be like a multi-year thing for whales to properly develop their land, you begin to recognize how much of a head start having a level 1 building right out of the gate could be. For 10,000 DC, I am super for, like, if this happens, I will buy this for every plot of land I have. And then you get conversations around, and actually, to take that one step further, Matt said, not only do we think that this will be a strong value for your money, but if it ends up proving to be not a strong value for your money, we will retroactively benefit you somehow to increase the value that you're receiving out of that. He said that in the recent town hall where he did that surprise appearance. Time Vault. It has been, let's see. We currently plan for time crystals to cost 50 cents per hour, which means that this package is worth 48 hours, worth $10, offers a nearly 60% discount on the planned price. So the time crystals are allowing your buildings to move faster, I think, right? Your upgrades to happen more quickly. Okay, so these are different packages. You got like a building in a box, you got Time Vault, you got Unstable Totem. Oh yeah, the Unstable Totem was one where it's like you have a totem that lasts for a period of days, for 30 days it looks like, and it produces substantial amount of benefit. It's like a legendary token, as I recall. I don't see the word legendary here, but a temporary token that will double the production, which is equivalent to a legendary totem, but it's only for a 30-day window. So all three of these sound amazing. Now, is the idea that you would be able to buy all of them? We hope the proposal. Land surveying is currently in release Q1. Approved. We expect to Players who choose not to purchase these packages upon surveying their deeds will still have the same chances of receiving higher rarity land plots or magical occupied plots as everyone else. See, you don't have to do this, but of course, if you've got the money, and I happen to have the money, like I've been acquiring DEC, guys, and I've got my DECB locked and loaded, and I might buy more. I bought about $400 worth of DEC the other day. So my question is, can I buy all three of these? Because that's how much I like this idea. I would buy all three of these for every one of my plots, spending 30,000 DEC per plot to have access to all three of these benefits, because I really believe in the future of land, the implications of that sort of decentralized financial opportunity, right? Because you're the landowner, you're creating the resources that turn into items and spells, and how important that'll be to the game mechanic is going to translate into the value of those resources, which makes my production so potent, powerful, and important. And so you then start to think, okay, if I can get a head start on this thing and make it grow, kickstart it and get it going that much faster, yes, please. So I am super for that. From the perspective of my self-interest of making, of like, one, I believe in land, and two, I want to launch really well into land. But then I also step back and I can say, I hope it passes, because I think I want to see burn mechanics for DEC. I've heard a lot of people talk about how we're a long way away from the flywheel. Okay, fine. But let's help that along with amazing innovations like this. The only reason I could see as being a negative here would be like, look, I bought my land thinking it was going to be like, plug and play. I paid for my plot of land, and that was that. But I think the team has been really clear over a long period of time, if not since the very beginning, that it wasn't just going to be like, buy your plot of land and that's that. I mean, that's from my earliest understanding of what land would have been. I looked at other games and I thought through, there's building upgrades, and then those building upgrades take X amount of time, and then there's always an option to spend money to fast pace that transaction. And so I always felt that there was going to be kind of purchase mechanics within this thing, and then being able to min-max, your own sort of system is going to be its own game within the game, just like the economy is its own game within the game in Splinterlands, navigating card flips, the rental market, bid buys, and so on. So it just doesn't come as a surprise to me. And to me, this feels very supportable. I love it. I want it. I sincerely hope it passes for my own interest, but also for the broader economy. And I'd love to stop and just kind of read some comments on that one. Paul says, building in a box is a no-brainer. The rest probably depends on the number of plots you have. Yeah. Getting that snowball going. Like, the whole thing about Splinterlands is, like you guys know, I say, this game rewards you for your time and attention. And then that the trivial rewards you're receiving for your effort and your time here are going to snowball as time goes on. So the daily commitment to playing it and to earning with it are going to grow and grow and grow to a point where it starts to get this like mass, and it suddenly starts getting away from you, and you start being surprised by how rapidly it's grown. But it's not this overnight thing. It's this many month thing where suddenly it's like, wow, that really grew. And it didn't grow overnight. It took years to get on this trajectory where then it's growing in this massive way that's discernible, and that's going to provide benefit to you. And I think land will be the same thing. And so if that's the case, then having that building going from 0 to level 1 and making that, according to the post, having that dramatic impact on the productivity of that plot of land, to me, it strikes me as deeply impactful. And then add to that the possibility of doubling your production for 30 days with that totem, with the temporary totem. Very interesting. And then lastly, what was the other one? The time crystals and being able to speed up, I guess, buildings and whatnot. If I only currently have, I think, 15 plots, and I'm giving away one of them. I would love to buy more, and we'll see, if I am able to get more plots in the coming months. I would really, really love to have 100. If you had 100 plots and you were able to buy all of those benefits, I would. you're talking 30,000 DEC per plot, and then you're talking, 3 million DEC, which times 0.0007, 2,100 bucks, man. It's no joke. But I do believe in land that much, where if I'm able to pull together 100 plots, I would still spend that sort of coin to give myself that great advantage, or that maximal advantage. I think land is worth betting on. Like that's what I'm kind of saying. I think it's actually really meaningful to this game. If Splinterlands is going to be the success I think it is, I think land is going to be an integral part of that picture. And if I'm right about that, this is one of those moments where you're going to look back and say, I wish I did X, but dang, I did Y. And this is one of those really pivotal moments that you have land or that you don't, that you surveyed it with these benefits or that you don't. And with Matt pretty much saying, we promise you, like this is pretty much the read between the lines comment is, we promise you that these are going to provide substantive benefit to you to the point where it's a no-brainer. He's said that. And if something about it ends up proving, like he talked about time crystals, and he said, like, if it ends up not working out in the way that we imagine it would be because the economy is different than we thought, then we can retroactively improve that benefit. He said that in the last town hall. So if you want, I can't pull up that clip quickly, but he did say that, which is to say that they're so confident that this is going to be essentially a no-brainer, that they're actually willing to almost guarantee that, to the point where they are offering like a retroactive review to make sure that it proved to be valuable. That's what I'm hearing. So Paul says you can buy all 3 for each plot. I will be. Yes, good point. Paul's raising that it's like not just 30,000 DEC per plot, but it's in fact less because DECB discounts can be calculated. And then vouchers, if you're using vouchers to acquire DECB, which I recently did, then you're going to get a slightly bigger discount because that's the better avenue into DECB. Paul says, I think Matt was referring to the time crystals with those comments, talking about how he could potentially buff the impact if it ends up being inadequate. I think you're 100% right, Paul. But as we look at these starter packs, I think the only one that's questionable, like, I mean, as you pointed out, Paul, the building in a box is a no-brainer. The unstable totem to me seems powerful, and you know what it is. It's going to double your resource production for 30 days. This one is a bit more of a, well, how impactful is that going to be? And so the conversation around the retroactive buff would come in play over the time vault if it ended up being inadequate. Now they're saying it should be a 60% discount off the planned price. And so that's kind of a target to aim at. And so if it ends up being, something else, then maybe that's where the buff would come in. He was almost violently promoting them too. I think they might actually be worth it, especially since Matt was so forceful. Haven't seen him like that for a while. I agree. He's not I don't think of Matt as a salesperson. I think of him as a person who speaks honestly about his excitement about this. Oh, you found it. My daughter found my favorite Transformer Lego. It's Optimus Prime. I bought these like years ago, and this one, I haven't seen this one forever. It's awesome, baby. Thank you. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thanks so much for coming to hang out today. I'm going to clip some parts of this and share them on the channel later on. And one more thing, I'm going to start taking Fridays like off. I need more like, I guess, relaxation away from everything, like not my in-life, real-life work and then YouTube stuff. So I might not... I won't be checking messages on that time. I won't be checking Discord on Fridays. I'm everything I'm going to do, I'm going to try and really create space to just rest on Fridays. But I'm not going to pull back from content creation on Fridays. I'm going to position myself in a way where I'm creating content on the Thursday so it's ready to be released on the Friday, and then hopefully there won't be any, as long as I'm not sick or things aren't going haywire in my life, I will hopefully keep the daily content and sometimes twice daily content creating for you. And I am trying to get into a rhythm where I do these weeklies with you, but I'm also going to try and do one weekly with just the general public. So I hope you'll look forward to coming to those ones too. And other than that, I think I'm up to about 100 of those raffle tickets from the land. So you guys are receiving those raffle tickets every month. You're supporting. I'm quietly giving you those raffle tickets. So we're getting kind of close, actually. I bet we're like 2 or 3 months away from a free plot of land to somebody, and we'll make a big thing out of that. We'll do a live event, and we'll have some fun with that one. Guys, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for supporting the channel, for everything you do. Just have an amazing day. Have an amazing weekend. God bless you. Bye for now.